Laurie Steed, what are we doing here in the office at this ungodly hour?
Oh my goodness, we are here, you're right, and we're here to facilitate the Emerging Writers Program meet and greet for tonight for the 20 lucky selected writers.
It's amazing. So basically, we're kicking off tonight. This is the first time
this is the big party
that all of us will be in the room at the same time together.
And we're going to go through the program, how it's going to work over the next 12 months with co-facilitators, prose facilitator me and poetry facilitator Scott Patrick Mitchell. I believe our CEO, Will Yeoman, that's him, will be there too. And yeah, we'll have a bit of a mingle and a bit of a meet and greet. And then I'll give the overview. And then the wonderful Joe Taylor will talk them through an EWP primer, how to make the most out of your Emerging Writers Program.
So tell me a bit more about Jo, because there's a reason we selected her. She's a bit of what? Would you call her an alumna?
I would. I'd call her a quality alumni. She was a member of the 2019 to 2021 Four Centres Emerging Writers Program, nestled away at Peter Cowan Writers Centre, where I met her through some of my teaching capabilities. And needless to say, she went on to many great things. Published her book, The Eye of a Rook, shortlisted for the WA Premier's Book Awards.
That rhymes.
Yeah,
published a book, The Eye of the Rook.
This is what I do, Will. This is what I do when it's time for us to... No, I'm not going to rhyme. So it should be a really great night. You know, it's one of those moments where something we've worked on for a very long time, the Emerging Writers Program, really culminates in, strangely, both the start of something and the ending of a very deliberate, dedicated process to get this up for these emerging writers in our state. So yeah. It all begins.
It's basically, it rolls out over the course of a year. There's a series of workshops. We've got mentoring.
Yep. All the writer centres of WA are co-hosts, or 5 of the writer centres are co-hosts. Yes. And they'll be doing work with those writers as well. And yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity to take someone who is very keen and very passionate about their craft to learn more about their craft, and here's hoping get them to a point of submittable manuscript and maybe even an acceptance and be the next great WA author.
And a contract. I tell you what, it's interesting. That reminds me that the previous iterations of the Emerging Writers Program were in fact administered by Fremantle Press.
That's exactly right.
Publisher.
This is exactly right. So now it's time for Writing WA, the Peak Body, to do a slightly different approach, but with some of the learnings from the wonderful Fremantle Press program, and really, I guess, acclimatise writers with both the writing space, but also the publishing environment, how one gets a manuscript from an intriguing idea or sort of a partially completed manuscript to a place in which it's been polished, narrative arcs, tension, all these things have been addressed, and we're looking at something truly captivating and a sort of a can't miss publishing prospect.
Well, I for one can't wait. Now, I think it's about time we started thinking about getting ready for our guests.
Yes, that's true.
I know the wine's been in the fridge since this morning.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to order the pizza, and it's going to be a great night. Thanks, Laurie.
Fantastic. Thanks, Will.